We now have the travel statistics for May, and if you're an American business that relies on tourism dollars, it doesn't look good. I'm Steve Sandford, you're watching Dominion Report. A while back I made a video about US politicians and their efforts to get Canadian tourists to return. It doesn't seem like it's working. In May of this year, Canadians driving across the border numbered 38% fewer than May of last year. Canadian air travel to the United States was down 24% over the same time period. May is the fifth consecutive month of an ever-growing decline in travel by Canadians south of the border. It's been estimated by the U.S. Travel Association that each single percentage of drop in Canadian tourism represents a loss of $200 million to the United States economy over the course of a year. Other analysts have suggested that those figures are fairly conservative and that the real numbers are likely much higher. Looking forward, a Ledger marketing poll suggests that only 10% of Canadians plan to travel to the United States this year, whereas that number in this time of last year was 23%. However, that same poll indicates that Canadians are actually planning to travel more this summer, 55% compared to 47%. It's just that they're not traveling to the States. And it's not just Canadians. International arrivals to the US is already down 9%, and that represents about $8.5 billion in lost tourism revenue. The president of Tourism Economics says that it's actually twice as bad as what that looks like. The reason being is that projections before the recent US election were that tourism would increase by 9%, and it has in fact decreased by 9%. So that conservative estimate for that is somewhere in the range of $17 billion lost dollars to the American economy. Let's not forget, it's also going to get worse, probably a lot worse. The numbers that we see for May do not reflect the choices that potential tourists will be making after the events in Los Angeles, after the military parade, and the widespread No Kings protest. And also, whatever else is going to happen going forward. For Canada, there's some good news. Of those Canadians planning to travel this summer, 77% will travel within Canada, up from 69% last year. And there's been an increase in the number of tourists visiting Canada already this year. The numerous reports suggest that the revenue from summer tourist season will see sizable gains as international tourists choose Canada instead of the United States for their travel.